positive energy all the time. Good to see everyone tonight. Hope y'all doing great. Rep your city, rep your city. I'm representing the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and my other Facebook account. Much respect. Rep your city, rep your city. Hope everybody's doing well. Holiday season is right up on you. It's a disaster. We got Greensboro in the building, London in the house, San Jose, California in the building. Rep your city, rep your city. Come on in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Atlanta, Georgia's in the building. New Orleans in the house, the beautiful Arnell. Good to see you, sweetheart. I tell you. We got the great city of New York in the building. Shout out to my brother Goshen. Vernon, Texas in the house. Salute, Russ. I am watching this political climate. It's the most ridiculous political situation I've ever seen in my life. And Donald Trump has to be the worst president in U.S. history. We got Oakland in the building. Unbelievable. Good to see you, Long Beach. I guess it's the sign of the times. I guess we got a generation that I think the younger generation is probably the least politically knowledgeable as far as national situations. I don't think they really know much like that. Good to see you, Auntie Punchy. I think the younger generation, I would say, $50 old and down, I don't think they really know that much politically or economically or know that much about like government. I really do believe that the educational system in the United States had totally collapsed by 1970. It might have still been all right till, if if I stretched it, I'll say 70. I'd have to stretch it to about 72. The educational system in the United States totally collapsed. And I think the people 50 and up, I'd even, yeah, 50 and up, I don't think they know too much. Not because they're dumb, I just don't believe that they had the proper educational system. You see, when you start getting to, by the time I get in like seventh grade, like 1970, the mistake the U.S. made was kept changing the curriculum, changing. So no youth learned the same thing. You know, it was new math, new math. Younger teachers, and I don't think they taught them anything. I think they don't know much. Uh, I don't think they watch anything educational. As the United States began to get more television channels, cable television, it allowed you to look at more stupid stuff. You see, when I was growing up, there was only channel 2, channel 5, channel 7, channel 9 was local, channel 11 was like children's programming and public access. Those were the basic channels. And mm, cartoons came on Saturday morning, and once you get around 11:30 or so, that's it. That's over with that. Time to go outside and play. Um, Afternoon programming for the children would start around 3:30. Once you get to 5 o'clock, that's over with. Um, you couldn't watch sports all the time. You had to watch the NBA on Sunday, and your local TV station. You can watch the sports if it's on your local TV station, right? And so many of us, you want to do something. Some days it's boring. You're in the house, so you have to watch Wild Kingdom. Your mother calls you, come here, sit down. You watch the elephants. You watch the lions and tigers. You watch Wild Kingdom. And with less stations, children were kind of forced to watch the news. We watched more news. My generation watched more news than any other generation of children. My children didn't watch the news at all because there was a lot of more channels. So my children didn't watch stuff like 60 Minutes. And most of us growing up, we watched 60 Minutes on Sunday. If you think about it now, programming like 60 Minutes would be unheard of for children to watch. Think about it. You're in the fourth grade, third, fourth grade. You're watching 60 Minutes. Some super informative information, for the be, the third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh, eighth grade. You're watching 60 Minutes on Sunday. And found it interesting many times. I actually watched it. Meet the Press. We watched Meet the Press. We knew all about news. And so, like this generation now, don't know anything. And I think they have a attention deficit, they call it. I don't think younger, I think 50 and down, I don't think they can pay attention too much. I think that's why the music is worse, the movies are worse. Everything is like by far worse. It's amazing that with better technology, the black and white movies were better than way better than the movies. Every time I'm told to go watch this spectacular movie, it's always amazing to me how it's not anything like what I'm told to watch, but I have to realize who's watching it and who's saying it's great. And the ones that are saying it's great have been so of less standard. And movies nowadays are the worst thing you could ever watch in your whole life. They're just absolutely horrible. All of them. They're absolutely horrible. Because with the technology, they don't put anything into the movie anymore. It's all about the explosions, the technology, the costumes, but the actual plot, the actual acting. When you didn't have all of that, you had to really have a good plot. You had to really have great acting. You had to really get us to get into the character. You couldn't hide behind explosion and graphics, and you couldn't hide behind all that. Camera tricks. If you're watching John Wayne, he really had to be a cowboy. You had to really be, they had to really take you into the Wild West. Yeah, pay attention to what's going on in the world. That's what they used to tell us. You're 100% correct. And so now the younger generation, they are sold costumes, politics they've turned to kind of like sports, like this team versus that team kind of thing. Because Donald Trump didn't even campaign with the other Republicans. He didn't go to none of their debates or nothing. And he's clearly not that bright. I don't think he can even read, like he can't even read, seriously. Like Donald Trump can't read. He'll never read anything. They've been getting on him about that, and he tried to read something. He couldn't even pronounce the word, on national, he can't read. He's a facade. Like he's a rich man's son that was able to hide behind his daddy's money was able to use his daddy's money to put on a facade. And sold it all the way to the presidency. No, no, I don't believe rebirth of movies from the 70s could do anything because this generation is they would be they would be worse than the way they were, and they would be worse, and who would go see it? The the movie experience is horrible. Technology has ruined the movie experience. Is one of the worst. It's like, what is this? I mean, they can't even get the popcorn right. The popcorn. Y'all like the popcorn at the movies? They can't even. When we was kids and we went to the movies, the popcorn was really good. When you go to the movies now, I don't know what that stuff is. I don't know what that is, but that is the worst popcorn in the history of popcorn. I mean, it's everything is like prefabricated. It feels it's not like taking a woman out to the movies to me is like a horrible date, you know. It's the worst. Absolutely horrible. I mean, you got to go to 20 movies and you might get lucky and see one that's all right. You know, they be telling me, you need to go see this, Pharaoh. This is great. And I go see it and I go, wow, your standards are really low. Because the movies that they say are super great, they don't be, but I guess. Like they want me to go see the movie with the black dudes. I didn't go see it yet. I'm sure it ain't all that, but I'll go see it. So I'm saying all that to say, so politics now is the same way. It's Donald Trump is the president. He's dumber than a rock. It's like sports. So people that love their team, they're going to stick with their team. Not true Americans, because everybody's supposed to be like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, people that voted for him are supposed to be like, this ain't what we voted for. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? This guy's the worst president in history. A complete, I ain't trying to disrespect him, but he's a complete idiot. Completely. And he's making the general public in America slow. He's like stupid, extremely stupid. I'll give you an example. The country is suffering financially. We're getting to the end of the fiscal year, and Black Friday is when these companies try to break even, try to get some money back. This fool militarizes the United States for Christmas. You can't make this up. So for Christmas, he sends troops to cities. Now he's looking at them as democratic cities, but these are money-making cities, right? But he's so stupid, and he's got the public stupid, where the public is like, democratic cities, republic. There's no such thing as democratic cities or Republican cities. Or it's like when you go to a city and there's a McDonald's. Is that a democratic McDonald's? Like, and so when you come to Chicago, all these businesses are democratic businesses. Are you serious? So when we go outside, when I go downtown Chicago, I feel like I'm in a democratic city. It's like democratic. Seriously. When you go shopping and you go down to the lake and you go to the beach, it's a democratic beach. Like it's democratic stuff going on outside in Chicago. If I go to a Republican city or state, the city is a Republican. It's going to be like Republic. It's going to be like a Republican city. Really, just because some weirdos are the congressmen and the senators and stuff, they make the whole state be these few white men. So because some white men are uh, run the government in that state, the whole state represents these white men's party. I'm just saying. So if some white Republican men are somewhere, that whole state is Republican because of this handful of men. Really interesting. So now this city is identified by the party. Imagine New York is Democrat, which is crazy because New York is international and coaching. Imagine New York, yeah, you imagine you're a foreigner and somebody tell you New York is a democratic city and you get there and you see the whole world there and you like, wait a minute, this place is international. This place don't look democratic, but I guess whatever democratic looks like. This is unbelievable foolishness. So you got a president, he militarizes big cities in time for Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's gonna bring out a lot of money, isn't it? That's that old holiday. This guy is this country's gonna be flat broke by January 2nd. Broke. Broke, broke, broke. He's so stupid that he's probably going to wait till like sometime after Thanksgiving and try to bring back the Christmas spirit. Right? He's got troops and stuff everywhere overshadowing Christmas sales, buying gifts, spending money. All that's overshadowed. He's taking these men away from their families during the holiday season, which is going to hurt the money from wherever these ICE agents live and wherever these National Guard soldiers live. Their family's Christmas is going to be ruined, Thanksgiving ruined, economy ruined. Where you're sending them at is ruin the economy. Ruin, 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 ruin. And they're treating him like he's Julius Caesar, so all the men around him is yes men. So he can just do anything, and they're like, yes, yes, sir, yes, sir. And if you don't be a yes man, he could just fire you or have you arrested and nobody complains. And anybody with any sense knows that Donald Trump got found guilty for a bunch of crimes, got arrested and had to take a mugshot, and he's mad at the world and he wants to try to arrest other people. He wants other people to have a mugshot. This is just he's still mad at them dragging him in court for being a moron. He wasn't a president at the time, he was just a citizen. And he did all this crazy stuff to these women, and he did all this scamming, saying he got an 11,000-foot penthouse in New York when there's no penthouse in all of New York that's 11,000 square feet. So he did all this crook. He's a crook. He's not a smart crook because who would say they got 11,000 square feet penthouse in the city where no penthouse is that big? So he's a dumbass crook. He's a dummy. And he's the president of the United States. And he's an angry dummy. And he's turned the United States into a Nazi Germany type situation, totally ruined the reputation and the dignity of the country. And his supporters are like internet losers, right? They're not that smart, right? These are internet Republicans, right? A lot of them is phony because, you've seen all these Trump supporters trolling those of us that was pushing Harris. And now that their man is a total loser and they're ruining their lives, everybody's life, they won't come out and say, you know what? I was totally wrong. They hiding their head in the sand. I don't see some of these brothers, they was trolling me. They ain't came back yet and said, man, listen, I was wrong. This guy's an idiot. Right? I'm being nice because I'm really supposed to paste who they are and go live and say, remember this one? Remember what you were saying? Remember, I'm really supposed to trash you. But I'm not going to do that. But many people was trolling, didn't let you have your own opinion. I was pushing Harris, minding my own business. I had people coming into my space instead of pushing who they pushed on their own platform in their own space. I thought that was disrespectful. I thought it'd be smoke over that type of stuff. You was out of line. You have your Instagram, I have my Instagram. If I go on my Instagram, I say, go Harris. It's not for you to come on my Instagram and try to put down what I'm doing over here. Go on your own account. Do what you do on your own account. But if you're going to do that, and then you get your mans in there and he's a total idiot, where's that same energy? Where's that same energy now that this fool is destroying the whole country? Everybody's going to be flat ass broke by January because this fool won't nobody tell him to sit down. He got a bunch of kitty cat yes men running around behind him, and he's trying to threaten the American citizens. But what's going to happen when American citizens pop off? He's totally stupid. We're not afraid of National Guard or ICE or nothing like that. Like, we're not afraid of them. We're just trying to be decent. But y'all know what's going to happen if they push the line. He's sending innocent soldiers into a situation that could go bad for those soldiers. Facts. It'll go worse for the soldiers than it will for the citizens. That is a fact. The National Guard, the ICE is no match for the citizens. Not even close. It could go really bad for them. Like really bad. Like really bad for them. You're going to send what? How many thousand people into a city of 2 million people? You would have to send 2 million troops. Duh. Crazy stuff. And you do all of this when America needs to make some money right now for the holidays. That's over with. This man just killed Thanksgiving and Christmas. Killed it dead. It's dead. New Year's too. So dead. So it's not going to make no money. They're not going to make no money. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, they're not going to make nothing. I mean nothing. They're not going to make nothing. It's going to be the least spending in history for Christmas. By February, stores are going to be closing left and right and left. Walgreens closing, gas stations closing, department stores closing, restaurants closing, laundromats closing. Man, everything is going to be closing by February and March. Many of them going to close January. Closed. Closed. People going to be sent home. You're going to lose a lot of you Trump supporters, you're finna lose your job. You're about to lose your job. Truckers already parked their trucks. Truckers ain't making nothing. Zero. Truckers are broke. You want a big rig right now? They for sale. They are for sale. They ain't making nothing. Zero. Hotels, empty. Vegas, ghost town. I got a friend finna go to Vegas. I don't know why he going to Vegas. When he get to Vegas, he gonna be the only one there. Vegas is broke and empty and desolate. There's nobody there. There ain't nobody in Vegas. There ain't nobody spending no money in Chicago. Nobody ain't spending money. Nobody ain't going nowhere. Everybody's scared. People thinking they're going to lose their job. People think it might be riots. People think it might be all type of stuff. So you bring in the military in, you're scaring people. Yeah, it's a ghost town. It's empty. January, they'll be closing. Goshen, January, they'll be closing. This big hotel is open. It's done. It's closed. Those type of operations can't afford to lose any money. Been thinking about selling one of your trucks. I know my friends sold all of theirs. I mean, over the last 2 months, I've watched grown men cry, truckers crying. Because over the last 2 years, they said telling me they ain't been able to make their ends meet for over the last 2 years. They've been going downhill. And then now it just hit rock bottom. And nobody got no money. And people that's got a little bit of money, nobody wants to spend it. I've got friends that got great jobs. I had to loan them money. And I work for myself. Imagine that. And some of the people I had to loan money makes a lot of money. But guess what? Some of them ain't paid me back yet. I loaned one friend $2,000. I ain't seen it. I know I ain't seen it. Can't get it back. I know that's right, Silent Prince. Nobody got no money. And If nobody have money now, and it's the beginning of October, and he bring all them troops everywhere, what is November gonna be like and December? It's gonna be a disaster. And you sucking money out the government, paying troops to just stand around, fooling Americans, making you think that these troops is doing something when they not gonna be doing nothing. It's just gonna be some National Guard standing around. Ain't nobody in Chicago doing nothing but shopping, going to work. And he's got Americans thinking that he's got to send National Guards to Chicago when people is going to work, rush hour traffic, totally making Americans stupid. Like, why are you sending National Guards to a city where everybody's getting up working 9 to 5? It's like, what? Why would you paint a city something other than what cities really are? There are a bunch of people going to work 9 to 5. That's the majority of every city. Every city is a majority people going to work. Crime is nowhere near rush hour in Chicago. This is crime and this is rush hour. You got to be kidding me. This is not Gotham City. Nobody's running around screaming and crying and running from the enemy of Batman. Like, that's what? So I've been watching people say, I don't understand what Trump's saying. I was just in Chicago. Everybody was shopping and it was beautiful. Exactly. So now you come to Chicago, it's all beautiful, everybody shopping, and you wonder what the hell is he sending National Guard for? How much? What? To do what? They talk about martial law. So a bunch of working people are going to rise up against the National Guard? Do I think we're falling into another Great Depression? Yeah, the economy's going to collapse. Cashless society's not going to save them. Dark energy's never going to win. You read all this stuff, how they going to add a cash society, the mark of the beast. It doesn't say it's going to win, though. It doesn't say it's going to win. It doesn't tell you it's going to be trash. It shows you in the Bible when people took the microchip and took the mark of the beast, they all broke out with swords. People want to read what they want to read. You're going to put that stuff under your hand and you're going to break out. You're going to be sick. They slow, Stefan. They try to do stuff when it don't make no sense. They're going to come out with a cashless society the same way they send in troops for Thanksgiving and Christmas. When you got a president that will send National Guards or troops to his big major cities and treat his big cities like an enemy, you got a dumbass. What president would disrespect a major city in the United States, a major money maker in the United States like Chicago? Chicago is a major money maker for the United States. When the money comes from Wall Street, it goes right to LaSalle Street. These the big money people. New York and Chicago is the money. Make no mistake about that. The money in America is New York and Chicago. That's the money. Period. Wall Street and LaSalle Street is the money. That's Payne Webber, Merrill Lynch, and all of them. That's where they're at. Boom, it hits the country in New York. The money hits America. They do the transaction. Boom, it hits Chicago, the heart of the country. That's where it helps the country. New York brings it in. That's why New York is the boss. New York brings the money in to Wall Street. They the ones bring the money into America. Then it goes to Chicago, and Chicago is the heart that distributes it to America. New York sends it to us. I worked on LaSalle. And when we get to work at 9 in the morning, it's 10 in New York, and it's popping. Okay? I work for Exchange Place. I work for a stock exchange. And my girlfriend worked for Payne Weber. And by the time we get to work at 9, it's up. Because it's 10 in New York. They didn't do what they got to do, and they didn't send it our way. And now we got to make it happen. This is how the money work in this country. The country, you can't hate on New York and Chicago. You're going to go broke. Washington, D.C. don't got no money. That's just the government. The money in Chicago and New York is the money. That's the money. Duh. And the distribution into the country is when it hit LaSalle Street. Hit LaSalle Street, then boom. Then when it goes to the West Coast, it's finna go back out to Asia. New York bring it in. LA sends it out. Or Frisco, the Bay Area. I don't know where their stock market is located. Probably up in the Bay. Probably up in the Bay is where they do theirs at. I don't think it's done in LA, but it might be. It might be done over there on, and I forget my streets over there because they got like downtown and then they got like a financial district that's not downtown. That's probably where they do it at. You know, LA's financial district is not downtown. It's back off over by Vermont. It's not downtown. Market Street in San Francisco. Okay, right. Then they wrapped up, boom, and then they do the international business. So Frisco and New York represent international business, and Chicago represent national business. But I mean, like, why would you militarize your cities during a holiday season? Now the television gonna be trying to sell holiday spirit while their president is pushing fear and militarization. So now imagine people coming to a city like Chicago. It's a holiday, and you see military. You see military, and you see this guy is not a good president because he's only doing it to his Democratic opposition, which makes him a horrible president. Bro, you just sending that stuff to Democratic states. And your party, his party, letting them do that. I tell you, man, the Republican Party has totally disgraced themselves. And when this is all said and done, that party is going to have a black eye that it might not get rid of for a long time because they have betrayed their own country. The Republican Party has let somebody take them over and punk them. That's why Romney left. All the good Republicans that wanted to stand for the country left. And they left the brown noses there with Trump. If you ain't kissing ass You can't be no stand-up senator. Like all the Republicans is ass kissers. None of them got no backbone. All the men wear panties. All the Republican governors and senators wear panties. Like y'all let that man do y'all like that. How you go home and look your wife in the face when you let Trump come punk you like that? Silent Prince, they want to come out with real ID and all that, but no money. Dumb as hell. Okay, you want to come out with real ID. You want to come out with all this stuff. No money though. Okay, you want the real ID. You want all these you want all these digital ID, but no money. So you want to have empty stores everywhere, desolate everywhere, and a cashless society with a broke cashless society. You're gonna have a broke cashless society. Like, will they give people money to take it? It ain't gonna be enough money to stimulate no economy. Digital money, that's gonna go broke. The world's gonna go broke. Listen, the devil is a liar. Digital currency and all of that. Okay, let's talk God and the devil. If you got God and the devil, which one is smart and which one is dumb? We would say God is smart and the devil is a dumbass. Right. If you got just a regular world, you're going to say that's going to be godly. If you come out with a microchip at the mark of the beast, you're going to say that's the devil. If the devil's dumb and the devil want to come out with a cash society, that means the cash society is dumb. That means it's not going to work. Because the devil is a liar. And this is what people understand. So when the devil tell you, do this, it's going to be successful. The devil is a liar. When you look if you want to get into the cosmic side of it, if you look at Lucifer as this entity, Lucifer wants to see mankind fail because Lucifer look at it like God made mankind and Lucifer hates you. Lucifer hates Trump, hates all those politicians and all that because according to what we look at, they creations of the Most High. So what they following wants to see them fail. Duh. The entity they're following is making a fool out of them. It's nothing that's going to work. They're following something that's designed to fail, to disgrace mankind, basically. It's designed to fail. If you get in a car that's self-driving, good luck. It's going to go in the ocean with you. Duh. It's going to run into a building. Y'all know what's going to happen when a bunch of people get in self-driving cars. Y'all know one day they're going to glitch. Y'all know that. Y'all know that's a setup. Y'all know that's antichrist. That's not Christ-like. That ain't righteous. That's some unrighteous stuff. So this Trump is initiating all failure. You don't see it? Military at Christmas and Thanksgiving. Well, who in America don't see that? Like, duh. Failure. He's so dumb, he don't even know. He won't know till December 15th. It'd be December 15th where it'd be like, oh, nobody, Christmas is dead. Then they'll try, let me try to do something. Send y'all some money. But it's too late. That whole holiday thing starts October 1st. You already killed the whole holiday vibe. The holiday vibe is gone. You know what I'm saying? Because this man don't know nothing about running no country. If you're a good leader, you're not doing that right now. He has no leadership quality. He's a horrible, stupid ass leader. That's what he is. There is no leader that would send military during Thanksgiving and Christmas in these cities. Period. He's a dumbass. I would tell him to his face, Trump, you was a dummy. You're not half the man your daddy was. You don't know what you're doing. And these punks standing behind you ain't got on panties. Because somebody should stand up and tell him, sir, you don't know what you're doing. And tell him you can't keep firing people that don't agree with you. So everything they're accepting is a disgrace. This man should not be able to be a dictator and fire anybody don't agree with him. Because that means he's not taking no kind of good counseling. He's a loose cannon. And the government ain't got no backbone. That guy Pete that runs the military, how he gonna be a good leader when he's a pussy? He won't stand up to Trump. So how is he gonna stand up to the Russians? Pete is a pussy. He not no real leader like that. He's Trump's kitty cat. Basically, he's Trump whooping boy. That's Trump's boy. He ain't nobody. None of them soldiers respect him. He's a coward. He won't even stand up to Trump and tell him, listen, you're going too far. You can't do that like that. He's like, whatever, sir. Yes, sir. Go stand on your head, Pete. Yes, sir. Pete, go lick a dog in the mouth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly, Silent Print. Real leaders, they want information. They're going to listen. They want advisors. They get advisors. They didn't put an 80-year-old nut in there that don't know what the hell he's doing. And now we're going from bad to worse. The economy's already struggling. Any economist will tell you October, November, December is when we could at least try to break even. That's why it's called Black Friday, so we can get out the red. You ain't finna get out the red this year. January, this country gonna be flat broke. And here go the thing. You got a lot of smart people in the United States. And all the smart people that know that the economy finna take a hit. You think they finna spend money for the holidays? No. All the smart people, they locking down their cash. Everybody that's got sense is not spending no money. You know, I was talking to some of the guys. You know, women, you getting dumped if you want to spend money the end of this year. You getting dumped. Yeah, if you want to go on trips and you want to buy bags and all that, you getting dumped. You out. You outdated. Yeah, ain't no men spending no money on no women. That's over with. Either she trying to get with him and put some money together and save some money for hard times, or she got to find out the hard way. Because a lot of these women finna be homeless. A lot of these women that got these homes, got these apartments, they finna be homeless. Because women is horrible with money. Not all of them, but typically. And they like to live from paycheck to paycheck. As long as they got money coming in, they think it's good. And when they get fired, they're going to be done. They're going to be done. They ain't going to have no money. They just save nothing. They're going to be getting evicted left and right. The whole dating experience is going to be way out in 2026. It's going to be a whole new breed of women that they learned the hard way. They're going to be very humble. This is finna humble them. You understand? This is finna humble them. They haven't saved their money. They waste money. They can't get along with no man. And now they finna be on their own. So all that stuff finna get cut off. All that stuff finna be cut off. And they try to send all type of distractions to have you looking for everything other than what's really going on. Send you all type of distractions. When this fool just destroyed the economy. Destroyed it. And all that nonsense is finna hit the fan. If you ain't got no beans and rice put up, good luck. If you ain't got no way to clean your own water, good luck. If you ain't got no backup energy sources, good luck. You finna be in the dark, hungry, and outside. You ain't been saving no money. Good luck. Because ain't nobody going to loan you none because they ain't going to be able to get it back. And they going to need it for their own survival. You about to see stinginess all across the country because smart people see what's going to happen. And this economy finna totally collapse. Because they didn't put an idiot in there. This economy is going to collapse. You need Christmas. You need Black Friday and Christmas. You need Thanksgiving. You need Black Friday and Christmas. You need that bad to cover if there was any losses during the year. And if you mess that up and you've already have it on a bad year, it's going to be disastrous. Because when you put that on top of all the fruit and vegetables that just rotted in the fields where the workers got chased off, you look at the tariffs and all that, you're looking at a straight disaster. They're going to walk in there and they're going to arrest Trump and walk him out that White House. The military going to go get him. Watch. Watch what I'm telling you. He think it's all sweet. But wait till things really go bad. They're going to turn on him. And they're going to be like, get him out of there. And they're going to go up in there. They're going to cuff him. They're going to walk him out. And they're going to lock him up. Remember I said it first. Trump's going to prison. They're going to charge them with everything they could think of. Because when things really go bad, they all going to turn on them. They all going to turn on them. Because he's going to make these people ain't got no food and be poor and don't have no economy in the country. They're going to be mad as hell at his ass. Because that's what he's doing. People are talking about Project 2025 and all that. Now, let me tell you something. Yeah, that's where you're all finna be living, in the projects on 2025. Project 2025 is Project 2025. And it's going to stay in 2025. And what happened in 2025 going to stay in 2025. And Project 2026 is going to be, America going to be the projects in 2026. Project 2025 is going to fail because they a bunch of dumbasses. It don't matter what kind of crazy scheme you come up with. If you a dumbass, it ain't going to work. That's why people be telling me they going to do this, they going to do that. But they dumb, though. I don't know why people always act like the devil and is a dummy and that dummy stuff going to always work. I know they planning to do something. I know that. But they dumbasses. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. Just because they planning something. We planted Project 2025. First, y'all named it the wrong shit. Because you should have named it like 2030 or something. Because once you name it Project 2025, it's dead in the water in 2026. You should have at least named it Project 2026 or Project 2027. They call that shit Project 2025, meaning that shit over with December 31st. You know what I'm saying? Do they dumbasses. It's going to be over with in 2026. Project 2025 is never going to work, okay? They be sitting in the back rooms. We're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do all this. I think they could just put that on the people and the people going to be like, you're going to do what? You know what I'm saying? The people going to reject. The people going to reject all that, man. Whatever. I know your plans, but show me how you plan for people to go along with it. I know your plans. That's one thing. You got plans. You got the plan for Project 2025. Show me the plan to get people to go along with it. That's the plan. That's the blueprint I want to see. Especially Americans. That's why I love America. Because Americans is hard-headed. We're the most hard-headed country in the world. We're not going. And Trump don't know his people. He don't know Americans. See, some people look at race and they say, well, how come so many whites and blacks get along in America? Because we hard-headed. We got a lot in common. It's a whole bunch of white men that agree with me 100%. They not going. And where's Christmas and Thanksgiving? And you messing up their Christmas and their Thanksgiving, and they gonna be super mad. They gonna be, boy, listen, enjoy October. Because November, December, when the shit hit the fan, because people slow, and it's not till November where they start thinking, you messing up our Thanksgiving, though. And be like, these troops got to go. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? We can't have no holiday season and troops. Then the troops gonna be like, how long we gonna be here? Because I was planning to be home for Thanksgiving. I wasn't planning to be standing around in Portland and standing around in Chicago. I got a wife and children. And so the soldiers gonna start getting disgruntled if they can't go home for the holiday. Standing around in these cities, wasting time. You have no sense of truth to Chicago. That's the dumbest shit in the whole world. You have to live in Chicago to know how stupid that really is. All these people going to work, all these people driving the bus. So what, you sending truth for the postmen, the bus drivers, the Uber drivers, the cab drivers, the Instacart, everybody work downtown, everybody work for the federal government, the state government. What? You're not respecting the working people in a big city like this? You think this city is crime? What fool think that Chicago is crime? Yeah, what fool believed that crime got the lights on in Chicago and got all these cars and trains and buses running? Somebody really believe that? You dumb as hell. Like, you can't run no city like this with no street crime. Street crime is this big, okay? Street crime is, man, if crime was affecting business, come on, man. It wouldn't be a criminal nowhere. The people will get them themselves if they mess up the money. So y'all really believe criminals can just go on the blocks and tear up everybody's houses and cars? Trump's dumb. And got America's dumb. And I've been looking at posts where Americans say, I went to Chicago. It's nothing like what Trump told me. He painting this crazy picture. People come to Chicago and be like, well, where's all the criminals running around crazy? This is nice. Stop listening to Trump. Trump that lost his man. This man crazy. This is a crazy man. He wanna be a great dictator or something. Look at that face, acting. Look at him acting. He trying to look tough. And y'all know Trump ain't tough in real life. Y'all believe Trump really built like that? Look how he trying to look. That man not tough like that. Front. Thanks for the support, Brother Mohammed. Hey, that man not tough. Y'all seen this wife talking about, ooh, yeah, Nebby. Ooh, yeah. I said, dang, you can't even speak English. That just sound crazy. Y'all seen her? Y'all seen this wife? Trump wife? Ooh, yeah, Nebby. Oh, yeah, Nebby. I said, boy, you been in all this time, you ain't learned no English. Call ICE on her and take her to school to learn how to speak English. Oh, yeah, Navy. Oh, yeah, Navy. They was looking at her. What'd she say? Oh, yeah, Navy. They were like, oh, yeah, Navy. That's what she said. Did y'all see that? Y'all see his wife with the Navy? Boy, that was crazy. That was crazy as hell. It was like an immigrant. She said, "Ooh yeah, Navy." They was just looking at her. What she say? "Ooh yeah, Navy." They're like, "Oh, ooh yeah, Navy. Oh, we got it. Okay, yeah, ooh yeah, Navy." What? She can't even speak English, lady. How long you been here? See? They ain't talking about calling ICE on people that ain't. You know what I'm saying? His wife about, "Oh yeah, Navy. Oh yeah, Navy." They looked at her. "Oh yeah, Navy." What did she say? So they, "Ooh yeah, Navy." She said, "Oh yeah, Navy." I'm like, wow. She might as well say it in Russian. You know what I'm saying? What is we doing? I said, boy, this is a bad movie right here. I said, look at this. Boy, why he put her up there like that? Boy, you bogus put her up there like that. That lady ain't spoke English since she been here. She be in the back speaking Czechoslovakian or whatever she speak. That lady don't speak no English. He got her up there trying to speak English. I said, man, where they get these people from right here? And he talking all that about where Barack from. And this white talking about, oh yeah, Navy. They just looked at her. Oh yeah, Navy. They're like, oh, she trying to say, oh yeah. It was tripped out. At first, they didn't know what she was saying. It was unbelievable. Go watch it. At first, they didn't know what she was saying. They just looked at her. She was like, "Oh yeah, Navy. Oh yeah, Navy. Okay, oh yeah, Navy." Boy, that was tripped out. Go watch it. They didn't know what she was saying. I didn't know what she was saying either. I'm like, Trump, you bogus as hell. Trump bogus, man. Why you got her out there like that? It's supposed to be like, oh yeah, Navy. She got there. Oh yeah, Navy. They was like, what? Oh yeah, Navy. Oh yeah, Navy. Okay. They speak sign language. Say it in sign language. Unbelievable. You can't make this up. Boy, I need a TV show. Man, if I had a TV show, I wouldn't be on but 2 months. I would have that scene. And when she said I had ice go out there and tackle her. Boy, that'd be a good skit right there. I would have the troops out there. I would have Trump wife get up there and say, oh yeah, David. I have ice tackle her ass and cover. Hell yeah, I have ice tackle her, man. I need a TV show bad, boy. They won't give me no TV show. My TV show be the best show on, way better than Living Color, Mad TV. Man, I'll shut all that down, man. They'll be like, no, he didn't. Ban him. No, he didn't do that. I had ice tackle her ass. Boom. Where's Ice at? I should have sure arrested her. Oh yeah, Navy. All the Navy men was looking at her. She said, "Oh yeah, Navy." Oh, they was like, oh yeah, Navy. That's what she said. Oh my God, go watch it. Oh man, the first time she said it, they didn't know what she was saying. Oh man, you can't make this up, man. And this the same dude hating on immigrants, man. He put his immigrant wife up there. I said, boy, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Boy, you hate immigrants and you put the immigrant up there. To my, oh yeah, Navy. I said, what she say? I didn't know what she was saying either. Go watch the clip. It's unbelievable. I can't be reposting stuff because Instagram, they block me fast. I can't do like everybody else because I'm below the belt. I'm the worst. I can't post none of that type of stuff that I be thinking. They gonna ban me quick. Like they let other people like play around, but me, it's so ruthless. They ban me. They be like, ban his ass. He can't do that. So I can't be free. I don't got no free speech. My speech is too bogus to be free. They like, boy, you cannot have free speech. We charge you to talk, Pharaoh. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. Christmas gonna be ruined. Save your money. That's all I can tell you. Save your money because it's gonna be the worst Christmas in American history, except probably during the Great Depression or something. Or maybe World War II, maybe. Maybe World War One and World War Two and the Great Depression, it probably was a weird Christmas. But this one gonna be bad. This man ain't got no sense in his head. I said it from the beginning. He never should have started none of these operations until January. He should have waited till January. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even no good gangster. Cause okay, let's say you keeping a gangster. You got all these migrants here picking fruit, right? If you really want to keep it gangster, you're gonna let them pick all the fruit first, then kick them out, right? It's still wrong. But I said, why would you kick them out and let the fruit rot, right? Why would you kick them out and let the fruit rot? If you was a businessman, you'll make sure they pick all the fruit. Then what you would do is you would work to get them some type of special visa, and you got months before it's time to plant again. So you got time to run them through a special system where they can get, farmers citizenship. No, he's so emotional. He sent ICE in, kick everybody out, and leave all that food rotting. Like, who does that? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Why would you kick everybody out and leave all the food rotting? How does that make any type of sense at all? Who would do that? Like, who would do that? I don't get it. I don't get it. That makes no sense. They left all that fruit out there just rotting. Makes no sense. That's the world we live in now. So that's that, y'all. Stay positive. Save your money too. Save your money. Don't you go out here buying no Christmas. No, you don't be doing no Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all that. Save your money. Save your money. Start putting your money up. Start putting your money up. If you got money in your 401k, you might want to take half of it out and put it somewhere where you can touch it. Because you might not even be able to depend on the banks. So don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? And you might want to take half of your money out your 401k in cash and put it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go put it somewhere. And there's people talking about lead the country and all that. Y'all know what it is. There's 50 million black Americans. We can't lead no country. Right? So anytime somebody give you a solution that really don't cover all your people, it's a nonsensical solution. It's 50 million of us, so we ain't no leaving. So now we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do here. Because you can't get no 50 million of us out of here. So we got to have realistic solutions. right? And if it's 50 million foundational black Americans, you want to stick together. The last thing you want to do, if you start having economical turmoil, the last thing you want to do is go run and isolate yourself in some other country. That ain't going to work well for you. You want to stay with your troops. So if we're gonna go anywhere, we're gonna go down south. Facts. If we leave Chicago, we going down south. We going to Alabama, we going to Mississippi. We going down there where the rest of the blacks is at and double up down there. Take our weapons and whatever food and whatever we got down there. So we have a bigger army and a bigger way to defend ourselves. But we ain't going no out of the country because only a handful of people can go. You're not going to get me out here and bumfuck Egypt out here by myself. That ain't gonna happen. So don't let nobody tell you, oh, run like a coward. Especially if you're a man. You gonna run, but you're gonna leave your daughters and sons here. You're gonna leave all your grandbabies here and run your punk ass somewhere. People never consider we got family here. We can't take them all. You see some women, get your passport and leave with your children. What if your children grown and you got grandchildren? What if they live in different states? You understand? All the people scared, let their punk asses run. Because don't nobody care nothing about military. What is the military? They can shoot, we can shoot too. So I don't mean nothing. There ain't no more military than we are. One thing about a fancy gun, it's only great until we take it from you. Then we got it. So it don't matter what kind of gun you got. If somebody hits you with a crossbow, they can still take your gun. Your gun ain't no good. You out there with the fancy gun. I got a crossbow. Once you down, guess who got the gun? And it ain't no fun, what? When the rabbit got the gun. I'm just saying. Victory.